Title: Shattered Skies. Chapter 1: The Fractured Horizon. The sky wasn't supposed to break. Yet there it was, a massive rift tearing across the heavens, spilling colors that didn't belong in this world. Vortexes of violet lightning twisted through the ruptured firmament, and from its depths, creatures unlike anything the world had ever seen emerged. In the quiet town of Kurosawa, a boy stood on the rooftop of his crumbling apartment complex, his dark hair whipping in the unnatural wind. Kato Amr had never been special, a forgettable student with average grades and no aspirations. He had been sleepwalking through life. But now, as the sky shattered, he realized something deep within him had begun to awaken. A voice, distant yet familiar, echoed in his mind. "Awaken, Harbinger." Before he could react, the sky rift pulsed, and something came crashing down, a spear of light, burning with an otherworldly brilliance. It struck the ground mere feet from where he stood. Energy surged through his veins, his vision blurred, and his reality twisted. Then, darkness. Chapter 2: Spectres of the Rift. Kato woke to the scent of burnt ozone and the hum of an unseen force. When he lifted his head, the world had changed. The once quiet town of Kurosawa was in ruins. Buildings had collapsed, streets cracked, and monstrous beings roamed the remains. Shadows with glowing eyes slithered through the mist, their whispers clawing at his sanity. "What happened?" Kato muttered. "You survived. Impressive." The voice belonged to a girl, perched on a fallen street lamp. She had silver hair, crimson eyes, and an air of confidence that made her seem untouchable. A black coat fluttered around her as she dropped to the ground, boots clicking against the cracked pavement. "Who are you?" Kato asked, his heart pounding. She smirked. "I could ask you the same. But let's skip introductions. You just got chosen, didn't you?" "Chosen?" She pointed at his right hand. Kato followed her gaze and felt his breath hitch. Etched into his skin was a glowing sigil, pulsing with the same eerie energy that had poured from the sky. The moment he acknowledged it, a flood of memories not his own surged through his mind. Visions of warriors, battles against monstrous entities, and a war that spanned across realities. The girl extended a hand. "Come on, Harbinger. We've got work to do." Chapter 3: Blades of Forgotten Stars. The creatures in the mist stirred, sensing the change. Kato barely had time to react before the first one lunged, a twisted beast of bone and shadow. Instinct took over. He raised his hand, and in an instant, the spear of light he had seen before materialized in his grasp. His body moved on its own. The spear hummed as he spun it in his hands, a burning sensation flooding his muscles. When the beast struck, Kato countered, the weapon slicing through its form like a blade through paper. The creature let out an unearthly shriek before dissolving into the air. The girl whistled. "Not bad for a rookie." Kato panted, adrenaline surging. "What the hell is happening?" She crossed her arms. "The world ended, that's what. And you're one of the last ones standing. Welcome to the Rift War." As more creatures slithered from the darkness, Kato knew one thing: his ordinary life was over. And this was only the beginning. Chapter 4: The Hollow King's Return. The night deepened, and the mist thickened. More creatures emerged from the darkness, their twisted forms illuminated by the eerie glow of the sky rift. Kato gripped his spear tightly, his mind racing. "We can't fight them all," he muttered. The silver-haired girl smirked. "Who said we have to?" With a sharp flick of her wrist, she produced a blade from thin air, obsidian black and etched with crimson runes. She dashed forward, cutting through the mist like a ghost, her blade cleaving through monsters effortlessly. Kato followed suit, his spear humming with power as he struck down another creature. Then the air grew heavier. A presence loomed above them, sending a chill down Cato's spine. A towering figure emerged from the mist, clad in jagged armor, its hollow eyes burning with blue flames. The girl's expression darkened. "Oh, great! The Hollow King is back." Cato swallowed hard. "What does that mean?" "It means we run. Now." The Hollow King raised its hand, and a massive surge of dark energy exploded toward them. Cato barely had time to react before the world turned black once more. Chapter 5. Into the Abyss. Cato awoke to the sensation of weightlessness. He was falling, no, drifting, through a void where time and space had no meaning. Strange echoes rippled around him, ghostly voices whispering in forgotten tongues. He clenched his fists, feeling the energy of the sigil still pulsing within him. "Where am I?" A flicker of silver hair caught his eye. The girl was floating nearby, her coat billowing despite the lack of wind. "Welcome to the Abyss," she murmured. "The Hollow King's domain." The darkness around them shifted, forming monstrous faces that sneered and writhed. The girl unsheathed her blade. "Hope you're ready, Harbinger. Because down here, there's no running." A monstrous roar shattered the silence, and the abyss erupted with nightmares. Chapter 6. The Last Trial. Battling through the abyss, Cato and the girl fought relentlessly. Each creature slain brought another memory to Cato's mind, piecing together his past lives. He saw himself standing against the Hollow King before, failing every time. But this time, he refused to fail. The Hollow King loomed before them, its dark energy crackling. "You cannot escape the cycle, Harbinger. You are destined to fall." Cato tightened his grip on the spear. Not this time. Energy surged through him, his sigil glowing brighter than ever. As the final battle began, Cato realized the truth. He wasn't just fighting for himself. He was fighting for every life lost to this war. Chapter 7. Shattered Skies Restored. The clash between Cato and the Hollow King shook the abyss. Each strike sent shockwaves through the void, shattering illusions and breaking the cycle of destruction. With one final thrust, Cato drove his spear through the Hollow King's core. The abyss trembled, the darkness dissolving. The rift above the world began to seal itself. As the light returned, Cato found himself back in Kurosawa. The silver-haired girl stood beside him, watching the sky heal. "You did it," she said softly. Cato exhaled, exhaustion washing over him. "Yeah. But what now?" She smirked. "Now we make sure this never happens again." And as the dawn broke over the world, Cato knew his battle was far from over. The end.